Hello. Today I'd like to talk more about God consciousness. God consciousness is lived in waves of joy. In the regular states of consciousness, the waking, dreaming, sleeping states that are experienced here in the relative field, there are impressions left by thoughts, desires, and actions. This is the law of karma. As you sow, so shall you reap. Every action has consequences, and the consequences leave impressions in the mind and physiology. It is unfathomable when these impressions will resurface as desires. The impressions are released when new desires arise, and the new desires are consequences of the impressions left from the consequences of previous actions. This is known as the bondage of karma, the wheel of karma. It keeps the individuated consciousness returning as a human being until that wheel of karma is broken and one is freed from the bondage of karma. This freedom is gained in the state of enlightenment. When one is established in oneself and knows oneself as completely separate from all of the activity in the relative field, then the state of enlightenment is gained. In this state, the impressions left by consequences of actions are no longer deep enough to leave their results in your mind. They are so faint, these impressions, and they cannot reach the depths of your mind that is established in the self. This is freedom from the bondage of karma. No future karma will be created in the state of enlightenment. When the body is dropped, there is no more returning as a human being. Instead, evolution will be on higher planes of existence. The state of enlightenment naturally transforms and develops into God consciousness. In God consciousness, there is consciousness of self, and there is consciousness of the most subtle, celestial values of the relative field, the most subtle celestial perceptions of one's personal God made manifest here in the world. Every perception is a wave of joy. Waves of joy are the experience in God consciousness. There are impressions left from these waves of joy, but like both the negative and positive impressions left in the state of enlightenment, they are not strong enough to leave anything on your mind or your physiology. Instead, such impressions are erased at night during sleep. So, in God consciousness, there is only a wave of joy, no matter what the experience, no matter what the perception. This is reason enough to seek God consciousness, to live in waves of joy. Thank you, beloved Guru. all glory be to Thee.